As elderly women enter retirement, managing pension savings wisely becomes essential for a secure and fulfilling life. Whether it's covering basic needs, supporting health, or enjoying long-awaited dreams, how pensions are used can greatly affect well-being. This guide offers the best advice tailored specifically for elderly women, helping them make the most of their financial resources with confidence, dignity, and peace of mind. 1. Prioritize essential living expenses first. The most important use of pension savings is to cover the essentials, those costs that ensure stability, comfort, and health. Elderly women should begin by identifying their fixed monthly needs: housing, utilities, food, healthcare, transportation, and insurance. These should always come first when budgeting. Creating a clear monthly spending plan helps ensure that no critical needs are overlooked. Housing can be one of the largest expenses in retirement. If a mortgage is still active, consider options such as downsizing, refinancing, or moving to a more affordable area. For renters, look into housing assistance programs designed for seniors. Utilities, electricity, gas, water, internet, should be budgeted accurately. Many companies offer discounted senior rates, so it's worth inquiring. Healthcare is another top priority. Pension savings should help cover premiums, copays, medications, and unexpected medical costs. It's wise to maintain or purchase supplemental insurance that works alongside public health coverage. Keeping some funds available for emergencies, like sudden hospital visits or home care, can prevent financial strain later on. Food is not just fuel, it's also a part of a person's health and daily satisfaction. Budgeting for nutritious meals should include both grocery shopping and occasional dining out. If needed, programs like Meals on Wheels or local food co-ops may offer support. By focusing on these essentials first, elderly women can build a secure base for their retirement. Once the basics are covered, they'll be better positioned to consider other goals, such as leisure, family support, or legacy planning. 2. Create a simple monthly budget and track spending. A well-planned budget is one of the most powerful tools an elderly woman can use to manage her pension effectively. It helps provide control, peace of mind, and clarity about where money goes each month. Budgeting does not need to be complicated. In fact, a simple, easy-to-follow plan is often the most successful. Start by writing down all sources of monthly income. This might include a pension, Social Security, annuities, or part-time earnings. Next, list all regular expenses: rent or mortgage, groceries, medical bills, utilities, insurance, phone service, and transportation. Add occasional costs too, like gifts, repairs, or personal care. Be realistic and honest. Even small expenses add up over time. Once the budget is written, the goal is to make sure that monthly expenses do not exceed income. If they do, adjustments may be needed. This could mean cutting back on non-essential spending, finding ways to save on bills, or seeking community assistance. Tracking spending is just as important as planning it. Keep receipts, write down purchases, or use a budgeting notebook or app that's easy to understand. Review spending once a week or at the end of each month. This helps identify patterns and spot areas where money might be slipping away without much benefit. Some elderly women find it helpful to use the envelope method, dividing cash into labeled envelopes for each budget category. Others prefer using bank cards with alerts or automatic summaries of spending. Choose a method that feels comfortable and stress-free. A consistent budgeting habit builds financial confidence. It allows pension savings to last longer, reduces anxiety about money, and makes it easier to plan for fun or unexpected needs. Over time, this habit becomes second nature and supports long-term financial health. 3. Build an emergency fund for unexpected expenses. Even in retirement, life can bring surprises, some of them expensive. That's why it's important for elderly women to set aside a portion of their pension savings into an emergency fund. This financial cushion is not for regular spending, but rather for unexpected situations that require immediate attention. Common emergencies may include unexpected medical bills, home repairs, car troubles, dental work, or even travel to help a loved one in crisis. Without an emergency fund, these events can create stress, force difficult financial decisions, or lead to borrowing at high interest rates. By preparing ahead, these moments become more manageable. The goal for an emergency fund should be to gradually save the equivalent of 3 to 6 months' worth of essential expenses. For many elderly women, that might feel like a large amount, but it could be built up slowly over time. Even setting aside a small amount each month from the pension income, $10, $20, or $50 adds up. To protect the fund, keep it in a separate savings account that is easy to access but not too easy to spend. Avoid risky investments with this money. It should be safe, secure, and available on short notice. Whenever an emergency arises and money is used from the fund, make a plan to rebuild it again. This habit of preparation provides peace of mind and strengthens overall financial stability. Building an emergency fund is one of the wisest and most protective steps an elderly woman can take with her pension. It means fewer worries when things go wrong and more confidence to handle whatever life may bring. 4. Consider healthcare costs as a long-term priority. Healthcare becomes increasingly important with age, and it often becomes one of the most significant expenses in retirement. For elderly women, planning for both routine and long-term healthcare costs is essential to making the most of pension savings and ensuring continued quality of life. Begin by understanding current medical needs. This includes regular prescriptions, ongoing treatments, and frequent doctor visits. Review what is already covered by public health insurance or private policies. Then look closely at the gaps, what costs are not covered, and how often those gaps might appear. Next, think about long-term healthcare needs. These may include services like in-home care, assisted living, physical therapy, or nursing home care. These services can be expensive, and not all are covered by standard insurance plans. It is wise to consider supplemental health insurance or long-term care insurance early on, while rates are still affordable and eligibility is more likely. It's also smart to set aside a portion of pension savings each year specifically for health-related expenses. This could be in a separate account labeled for medical use. Some women find it helpful to use a health savings account or a special purpose savings fund designed just for aging-related health care. Preventive care is equally important. Staying on top of annual checkups, screenings, dental visits, and eye exams can help detect issues early when they are easier and cheaper to treat. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle through balanced eating, moderate exercise, and social engagement can also reduce future medical costs. Healthcare planning helps ensure that a woman's pension not only supports her day-to-day life but also protects her during health challenges. With the right preparation, healthcare costs become a manageable part of retirement, not a burden. 5. Use pension savings to maintain independence and quality of life. Retirement is not just about covering basic needs, it's also about living with dignity, comfort, and a sense of purpose. For elderly women, using pension savings to maintain independence and support a good quality of life is just as important as paying bills. This means making thoughtful choices that allow daily living to be both safe and enjoyable. Independence can look different for everyone. It may involve staying in one's own home, being able to cook and clean comfortably, using transportation to get around, or simply making personal decisions without relying too heavily on others. Pension savings can help make this possible by funding services or tools that support daily life. For example, some women may choose to invest in home modifications such as grab bars in the bathroom, improved lighting, a stair lift, or walk-in shower. These adjustments can help prevent falls and allow for safer aging in place. Others might use funds for hiring occasional help with housework, groceries, or transportation to appointments. Technology can also support independence. Tablets and smartphones can connect women to family, health services, or emergency help. Learning to use these tools can make daily tasks easier and help reduce feelings of isolation. Pension savings might go toward devices, internet service, or even digital literacy classes offered by local senior centers. Quality of life also includes emotional and mental well-being. Consider using part of the pension for hobbies, classes, or occasional outings that bring joy and stimulation. These are not luxuries, they are vital for a balanced, satisfying life. Using pension savings wisely means more than just surviving. It means creating a retirement that feels meaningful, self-directed, and enjoyable. Maintaining independence allows elderly women to live on their own terms, which is one of the most valuable things retirement income can support. 6. Seek professional financial advice when needed. Managing pension savings can sometimes feel overwhelming, especially when there are many decisions to make about housing, healthcare, insurance, and long-term planning. For elderly women, especially those who are newly retired, widowed, or managing finances alone, getting advice from a trusted financial professional can make a big difference in creating clarity and confidence. A qualified financial advisor can help assess your current income, expenses, and savings. They can recommend how to structure spending so that pension savings last for many years. They can also help with more complex decisions, such as when to draw from retirement accounts, how to reduce taxes in retirement, or how to create a strategy for gifting or inheritance. Not all financial advisors are the same, so it's important to choose someone who is experienced in working with retirees and who understands your specific needs and goals. Look for advisors who are certified, fee-based, and not earning commissions from selling products. This reduces the chance of biased recommendations. Some communities and nonprofit organizations offer free or low-cost financial counseling specifically for seniors. These services can help with budgeting, understanding pension options, and planning for future care. Even 1 or 2 sessions can provide useful insight and reduce the risk of financial mistakes. Before meeting with an advisor, prepare a list of questions or concerns. Bring along all necessary documents, including pension statements, bank records, insurance details, and any debts or major financial obligations. This helps the advisor understand your full picture and give relevant, personalized advice. While it may seem like an extra expense, seeking professional guidance is an investment in your future. It can help avoid costly errors, protect your assets, and bring peace of mind. Making informed financial decisions ensures that your pension supports not just your needs today, but also your long-term goals. 7. Avoid unnecessary debt and manage credit wisely. In retirement, it's especially important to protect your financial stability by avoiding new debt and carefully managing any existing credit. For elderly women living on a fixed pension, taking on too much debt can quickly lead to stress and financial hardship. The goal should be to live within your means and use your pension in ways that bring peace of mind, not pressure. Start by reviewing all current debts, credit cards, loans, or lines of credit. If you carry balances, make a plan to pay them down gradually. Focus on high-interest debts first, such as credit cards, which can grow quickly and eat away at your monthly income. Avoid using credit for everyday purchases unless you can pay the balance in full each month. Limit the use of credit cards for emergencies only and consider keeping just 1 or 2 with low interest rates. If possible, avoid store cards or credit offers that seem tempting but come with high fees or complicated terms. If managing credit has become difficult, speaking with a nonprofit credit counselor can help you create a repayment plan or negotiate better terms. Be cautious with offers that promise fast cash or financial relief, such as payday loans, reverse mortgages, or loans that require you to put up your home or valuables as collateral. These can carry long-term risks and often take more than they give. Always take time to read the fine print and get advice before agreeing to any new financial commitment. Managing your credit doesn't mean avoiding it entirely, it means using it wisely. Keeping a good credit score can help with certain services, like securing better insurance rates or qualifying for housing. Pay bills on time, limit new applications, and check your credit report regularly to catch errors or fraud. By avoiding unnecessary debt and using credit carefully, you can keep your pension working for you, not against you. Financial freedom in retirement means having control, not obligations, and this step helps protect both your money and your peace of mind. 8. Plan for inflation and rising living costs. While a pension may feel sufficient today, it's important to remember that prices can rise over time. This gradual increase in the cost of goods and services, known as inflation, can reduce the value of your money in the future. For elderly women living on a fixed income, planning for inflation is essential to maintain financial security throughout retirement. Start by recognizing the areas most affected by inflation. Food, healthcare, utilities, housing, and transportation often become more expensive as the years go on. A loaf of bread or a prescription today might cost twice as much in 10 years. If your pension income stays the same while prices increase, your purchasing power will decrease unless adjustments are made. One way to prepare is to include a small annual increase in your budget. Even if your pension payments don't grow automatically, you can plan to spend a little less now in order to preserve more for later years. This habit creates flexibility when prices rise. Another strategy is to reduce fixed expenses where possible. If you can lower your housing or utility costs today, you'll have more breathing room later, even if other costs go up. This might involve downsizing your home, using energy-efficient appliances, or shopping strategically for groceries. If you have investments or other savings in addition to your pension, consider keeping a portion in assets that are more likely to keep up with inflation, such as certain types of bonds or dividend-paying stocks. A financial advisor can help you explore these options safely based on your risk tolerance and time horizon. Also, be aware of government benefits or programs that adjust for inflation, such as Social Security or specific senior assistance programs. These can help support you as prices rise. Planning for inflation doesn't mean living in fear of the future. It means being smart about how your pension is used and making choices that protect your comfort and independence over time. 9. Use pension savings to stay socially connected and mentally active. A fulfilling retirement is about more than just financial security. It's also about staying emotionally healthy, socially engaged, and mentally sharp. For elderly women, using a portion of pension savings to support social connections and lifelong learning can greatly improve well-being and help prevent loneliness, depression, or cognitive decline. Social engagement is vital at any age. Spending time with others, whether through family visits, friendships, group activities, or community programs, supports emotional resilience and reduces feelings of isolation. It's worth setting aside a modest amount of pension income to participate in social events, join local clubs, or take part in organized outings. This might include paying for transportation, membership dues, or event fees. Many community centers, senior centers, or religious organizations offer programs designed specifically for older adults. These might include game nights, arts and crafts, group exercise, book discussions, or volunteer opportunities. These programs often cost very little and can bring meaningful joy and connection into daily life. Mental stimulation is just as important. Consider using pension funds to take educational courses either in person or online. Some colleges and libraries offer low-cost or even free classes for seniors. Learning something new, such as a language, a hobby, or musical instrument, can keep the mind sharp and give life a fresh sense of purpose. Technology can also play a role. Using part of your pension for a tablet, smartphone, or internet service can help you stay in touch with loved ones and explore digital learning opportunities. Online video calls, social media, and educational platforms can all bring the world to your fingertips, even if you're at home. Investing in relationships and mental health is a wise and rewarding use of pension savings. These activities enrich your life, build strong social bonds, and help you maintain a sense of identity and vitality throughout retirement. 10. Support family carefully without compromising your own needs. Many elderly women feel a strong desire to help their children, grandchildren, or other family members financially. While generosity is admirable, it's important to make sure that any support given to others does not put your own well-being at risk. Your pension savings are meant to take care of you first. Giving to others should come from what is left after your needs are securely met. Before offering financial help to family, take time to review your full budget. Consider your current and future expenses, including healthcare, housing, and long-term needs. If you are comfortable and your savings allow it, you may choose to help with specific situations. such as education costs, medical bills, or emergencies. But avoid making promises or ongoing commitments that could drain your resources over time. It's also okay to say no. Many women feel emotional pressure to give, especially when loved ones are struggling. But putting yourself in financial difficulty will not help anyone in the long run. If you feel guilty or uncertain, consider discussing your situation openly with family. Let them understand that you care deeply but must also be realistic and responsible with your retirement funds. Instead of giving large cash gifts, consider other ways to help. You might offer time, care, or guidance. Helping with childcare, cooking, or sharing life skills can be just as valuable to your family as money. You can also support your grandchildren by starting small savings accounts in their names or gifting items of personal or emotional value. If you are considering larger gifts, loans, or co-signing anything, consult a financial advisor or legal expert. These decisions carry risks and should not be made lightly. Generosity should never come at the cost of your safety or dignity. When you support family with wisdom and clear boundaries, you preserve your independence and make choices that are rooted in love and balance. 11. Prepare legal and financial documents to protect your wishes. One of the most important ways to use pension savings wisely is to ensure that your legal and financial affairs are in order. This includes having the right documents in place to protect your wishes, your assets, and your loved ones. For elderly women, this step brings clarity, peace of mind, and the ability to stay in control of personal decisions, even if health or memory changes over time. Start with a will. A will states how you want your assets, such as money, property, or personal belongings, to be distributed after your passing. Without a will, the government may decide these matters according to general laws which may not reflect your intentions. Preparing a will ensures your wishes are known and respected. A power of attorney is another essential document. It allows you to name someone you trust to manage your financial affairs if you ever become unable to do so yourself. This can include paying bills, accessing bank accounts, or handling insurance claims. You can also create a separate healthcare proxy or advance directive, which gives someone authority to make medical decisions on your behalf. These documents don't need to be complicated or expensive. Many lawyers offer senior discounts, and some nonprofit legal aid services help older adults complete them at low or no cost. Be sure to keep copies in a safe but accessible place and let trusted family members or advisors know where they are kept. Additionally, consider how you want your pension savings and other accounts to be handled in the future. You can name beneficiaries for many financial accounts, ensuring they go directly to your chosen person without going through a lengthy legal process. Keeping these designations up to date is important, especially after major life changes like a marriage, divorce, or loss. Taking time to prepare these documents is a powerful act of self-care. It reduces confusion for your family and ensures your values and choices are honored. Using a portion of your pension for legal planning today can protect everything you've worked hard to build. 12. Enjoy your retirement. Spend thoughtfully on joy and fulfillment. Retirement is not only a time to be cautious with money, but also a time to enjoy the life you worked so hard to build. After covering essentials, planning for health, and protecting your future, it's perfectly reasonable, and even healthy, to use some of your pension savings for personal joy, new experiences, and fulfillment. Thoughtful spending on what brings happiness can improve emotional well-being and give retirement deeper meaning. Joy looks different for every woman. It might mean traveling to a place you've always wanted to see, joining a painting class, taking up gardening, attending concerts, or treating yourself to a weekend getaway with friends. For others, it might mean investing in home comforts like a new chair, fresh linens, or an appliance that makes life easier. It's important to give yourself permission to enjoy some of your money. Doing so doesn't mean being reckless. It means choosing joy within the structure of a smart financial plan. Setting aside a small portion of your pension each month, just for fun or personal growth, allows you to say yes to the things that make life richer without feeling guilty or uncertain. You may also find joy in giving thoughtfully. Supporting a cause you care about, contributing to a grandchild's education, or helping a neighbor in need can bring a sense of purpose and connection. Just be sure that your generosity fits comfortably within your financial limits. Living fully in retirement is about balance. It's about being responsible and protected while still making room for the things that lift your spirit and celebrate the life you've built. You earn this time. Spending a part of your pension on happiness and personal expression is not only appropriate, it's one of the most meaningful ways to honor your journey. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. It really helps us reach more viewers like you.